For all you guys on Instagram, if you come across this advertisement, Live Lures. It appears to be a terminal package that you can rig into a stick bait, and as you twitch it, it's like it's alive. I looked around the shop, and I think I have enough terminal to do something similar, so we're gonna do that today in a classic color, red shad. Got our first cup for the top side of our laminate. Gonna put that in, get it going, and I'll show you this rig. Let me grab a rod. The critical pieces here, worm hook at the front, EWG. I'm assuming you could probably use a different worm hook if you wanted to. Then a bead. We'll talk about the bobber stop in a second, although that is not in their package. I added that to my setup. And then a hook at the very end. I think they have some sort of special component, but this does basically the same thing, just a little miniature drop shot hook. So some critical things to keep in mind. This is a 3/0 EWG. I've messed around with this with a 4/0 and a 5/0. Those are a little too heavy. The 3/0 is just enough to where you can still get this thing to slow fall, which is what we want because you want time to twitch the bait. Also, you can see here, I didn't go very far into the worm. Normally, when rigging a hook like this, I would go down like into there so that you can push the worm up and over the hook eye, but you don't want to do that because you want to let this line have free flow through the eye. And you can see I rigged it, the line going through this way, so the line comes through the top of the hook where the point is, not coming from the bottom. That's really important. I'll show you why in just a second. So the line goes through the top, comes around the back. Speaking of back, you go down, there's a bead in between the hook eye and the bottom. Then there's a hook, as I mentioned, on the back of the bait so that as you pull the line, it twitches and gives you that lively action. Now I added a bobber stop right there because on the hook set, as you pull your line and set the hook, I want that bobber stop there so that that bead doesn't hit the knot and gives it just a little bit more cushion, a little bit more insurance so you don't break that off. Even if this bead, which is metal for me, even if it was plastic or glass, it's gonna have an edge to it, and I think that puts that knot at risk. So a little bobber stop right between really gives you enough insurance there. And obviously the bead keeps like a really small hook eye from going through that eye. Lastly, reason we want to feed this through this direction, and we want this thing to twitch backwards, right? And set the hook backwards, is so the hook point is away. If we fed the line this direction and pulled, the twitch would actually happen this direction and you would cover up and potentially impede your hook set. So as I mentioned, line goes through this way, comes around, bead, bobber stop if you like that idea, hook, and then twitch, twitch, twitch until you set the hook. First cup is all warmed up, ready to rock and roll, and the top side is what this is gonna be. Super simple, actually. It's just black. And get you guys zeroed in here for this ultra complex top. 20 drops? Yeah, let's do 20 drops of black. The top of this pattern is pretty darn saturated. While we stir this one up, I went ahead and put the other cup in the microwave, so we're ready to go on that one. Easy peasy. All right. Our belly color is all warmed up, and this will be the red portion of our red shad. BaitPlastics actually makes a red shad pigment, which we will be using today, but it's not the only one that we're going to use. We used this on a prior build, and I was surprised at how translucent it was and how bright it was. Red shad is more of a pale red. So before we go to that, we're actually going to start this out with Lureworks Red Pearl. Alright, I think a 1/16 of a teaspoon would be good. I would normally probably do an 1/8 if I wanted full saturation, but we are going to use the red shad pigment as well. Just Get that stirred up in there first. Yeah, that looks good. Now for our pigment, I'm thinking at least 10, let's go actually 15 drops. If I remember from that finesse buzzbait video, I had to use 30 drops of this stuff to get the job done. Ooh, that did make for a nice addition though. Huh? Huh? And I think we're about at the saturation level I'm after, but I want one more element to this guy. Can't resist myself. I wanted some diamond pearl red. I'm not using the crushed rupees this time because I want to kind of keep it subdued. I want to keep it not real flashy and flaky. And when we did that comparison against rupees versus diamond pearl, this one was just a little bit more subtle. The red, however, is quite powerful. So only 1/32 of a teaspoon. Just a little bit of shimmer, hopefully. We'll see what that looks like. Can always add more if we want. Yeah, see that? Oh, that's nice. Golly, I hope that's coming through. You see that? Just that little tiny bit of shimmer. Nothing real powerful. This is a pretty subtle color, right? Black and red. I think we got a winner. All right, these two colors are at temp, a little below 320. See if we can't get a nice lamination with them. Obviously a stick bait, there's no top and bottom, so you can have it on either side. But if you were gonna do this bait in a different mold that it did matter, make sure that your black is on the top. Nice and smooth. That felt like a good shot. So I was thinking about what I wanted to call this thing, you know, for the sake of the video. I'm not really planning on making these for the store or anything. So live lures, don't you be coming after me. So I thought about Twitch Stick, you know, because you twitch it to get the action. I Googled that and there's already some Twitch Sticks out there. Storm has a hard bait, there's some soft baits out there as well. Thought about the tick stick, like you have a nervous tick. That didn't sound right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna call it the Twitchy Stick with a Y. The Red Shad Twitchy Stick. Let's see if anybody wants my Twitchy Stick. Give it a little twitch twitch. Anybody? See if we can get over there by that tree. Give it a little twitch twitch. I actually fished this thing two different ways. You can twitch it all the way down, but if you're shooting for a target, right? You want to be right by a dock pier or dock post or a tree or something. You can let it fall all the way down just like a normal worm. As it settles, then you twitch it on the bottom. They like that. There's one. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Come on now. We got one on the Twitchy Stick. Come on. Yeah. Oh, broke off. That's what I get for swinging him. Not a 30-pound line at him, but we got one. There's the treble hook, or the EWG, and here's my worm. All right, clamps are off. The mold is cool, and I'm a little nervous. I have heard that this pattern, as simple as it is, just black over red, for some reason, gives guys trouble. I've never made it before, so we'll see how mine did and if we have to redo anything. All right, oh, by the way, 5-inch Epic bait molds, classic Stickbait was the bait of choice today, mold of choice. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Here's one side. Look at that. Nice red. Huh? Pearlized, not in your face. Little bit, just that little bit of shimmer, right? See that little bit of shimmer in there? That's exactly what I was going after. Now let's see how the lamination worked out. There's your lamination. Beautiful. sweet, man. I don't know why I've never made this color before. Wow. Something simple, but sexy. Can I say sexy? That is looking sharp. Molded, awesome, laminated like a boss. If you don't have the diamond pearl, right? I love that little extra sparkle that you can see. But if you don't have the diamond pearl, you could totally do this without and it would look awesome sauce. Anybody over here want a twitchy stick? It's so delicious. There's one. And that feels like a pretty good one. Come on now. Come on now. No, 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 no. Oh, this is a good fish. Come on, stay pinned. Stay pinned. He was pulling drag, and I haven't seen him yet, which usually means he's a big one. Come on now. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, yes. You are a good fish. Yes, you are. You are a good fish. Oh my gosh. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Holy crap. Look at the size of this fish. But more importantly than that, look how I caught him. It was on the drop shot hook. He didn't even have the worm. Added bonus, right? Use a dang drop shot hook as your little hookup on the end, because sometimes you get a beefcake with it. Well, I would say that that is a winner. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you agree. This was a popular color, and I do intend to do more of those. So if that sounds good, let me know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that, and you'll enjoy the ones in the future. But for now, thanks for coming along on this one, and until the next time, see you guys in the show.